right, good morning, Aries. We are here with your second half of November reading. So let's see what you guys have going on. And again, remember these are general readings. If you are interested in getting a personal reading, you can book that by reaching out to me on email or just booking straight through on my Etsy shop. Both of those are in the description box. Oops. Knight of Cups, Five of Cups, Queen of Swords, good for you, Aries, Page of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Six of Swords, King of Cups, Judgment in reverse. Okay, so Aries, I'm seeing here a situation where it looks like you were dealing with a Knight of Cups. Now, that can be someone, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or they could just have a lot of water in their chart. But the Knight of Cups is sort of a romantic person. It's not a super mature energy. The energy that I get from a Knight of Cups is like, they're romantic, they can be swoony, but they tend to like romantic experiences. They're not exactly a player in terms of like rushing in and rushing out, but they also kind of like to have these intense but succinct romantic experiences. And so I'm getting the energy that you were dealing with someone like that in your life, and I would guess in a romantic context, but that's clarified by the Five of Cups. And so that's about being out in the cold. So I see basically that there was some kind of an ending to the situation, or this person may have ghosted you, or you may have ghosted them, but I see in the next cards here, Queen of Swords, clarified by the Page of Pentacles. And so it looks like you responded to this person in a Queen of Swords energy. So you were very clear with them. You spoke your truth, and it may have been harsh and cutting. But it looks like what you decided to do in that, in that moment, or in that response to this person in this situation, is kind of like taking back your power. And Page of Pentacles clarifying it is, in this card, it's looks like the same woman as in the Queen of Swords. And Page of Pentacles can be about a small gift or offer. And it's almost like you decided to, take your power back in this situation, and you decided to give to yourself. Maybe you were giving, to this person previously. You were making offers to this person. You were perhaps even giving them gifts. And, but you've decided like, you're not dealing with that kind of energy anymore, taking your power back, and you're going to give to yourself. What I see is then there's the Queen of Wands, which is like, a passionate, beautiful queen, clarified by the Six of Swords. So basically, it's like, not only have you decided to move away from this situation, you've decided to move away from the person that you were in this situation. That whatever this situation was, maybe it was like kind of the last straw for you. Like, you've dealt with these situations before, and you're done going through those cycles. So you realized that it's time to level up. It's time to, decide for yourself that you want different things for yourself, that you don't want to keep, dealing with these kind of energies that, just kind of, aren't fulfilling ultimately, and move away from the past to calmer waters. But like I said, I get the sense that you're doing that for yourself, like as a person as well. Then we have the King of Cups, which is clarified by Judgment in reverse. And the sense that I get from this is that essentially that you do want that energy. You do want somebody who's capable of coming in and matching your energy, matching what you have to offer with what they have to offer. But also that like you're stepping into, like I said, this more passionate, kind of bolder energy now, because you figured out what you don't want at a minimum. And so now you're starting to figure out what you do want. And you haven't figured out yet. Judgment is in reverse. But, and this could be a potential person that's coming in, this King of Cups. King of Cups, I definitely take over the Knight of Cups, right? That's a much more mature energy. But I love this, actually. The Judgment in reverse means that, like, in this situation, you haven't figured out what you do want yet. You just know what you don't want. And so regardless of whoever is going to be coming in, they're going to be dealing with a different person than they were, than any of these people may have been dealing with in the past, because you have found this power and this strength within yourself. Let's get some guidance for this situation. Deep inward journey. You'll be rewarded for the work. How can you alchemize your fear? I definitely feel like that's a space that you're in right now, that you either have gone within or you are still in the process of going within. Like I said, you've kind of figured out what you don't want, and now you're figuring out what you do. And that inward process is going to be really important in terms of you finding that judgment about what it is that you do really want in the end. I'm excited for you guys, Aries. This is a good energy. Contentment. And it's asking you to seek, before you determine what you need from someone else in terms of a partner or a relationship. The first steps on this inward journey is really just like centering and going within yourself and finding what makes you contented completely on your own. What brings you happiness? What do you actually enjoy doing? A lot of times when we go through, these massive shifts and we start to level up, we have to revisit a lot of aspects of our life, because our since we've been born, we've been programming. We've been receiving programming from our parents, from society, from culture, all of that stuff that, may have become a story about, who we are or what we like or what we agree with. And so now you're on this inward journey to discover yourself. Because it's only then, by discovering who you really truly are, that you'll have any idea of who can match you. And that can be a problem, and before we really genuinely know who we are and we're willing to speak that way, we do deal with people like this that are going to disappoint us. But a part of that is because, we didn't know who we were yet, right? And so you kind of get just a mishmash of people until you really know exactly who you are. You know what I mean? And then I always like to get one of these cards as well. Sextile, a combination of tension and flow, potential and a rewarding situation. Yeah, and so that's going to be the balance. That's this tension and flow, right? Is like going within. That's where you kind of find these pieces of tension within you, and you're able to kind of examine them, sort them out, and decide like where they belong in your life. And flow is then flowing that energy into the rest of your life, right? There is I get the sense that there is this potential, person coming into your life. But again, like, in terms of how well that person is going to match, or if that's the right person for you, you can sort that out. You can basically take that on as a journey, right? We don't need to know right from the get-go if somebody is right for us or not. A lot of times dating and those experiences are getting to know ourselves as well. If you're in a healthy space to do that, right? If you're driven by attachment, that can, and codependency type issues, those are things that you do kind of have to like sort out before you jump. Otherwise, you can just end up in these toxic relationships. But once you're in a better space in terms of that, like, and you're just really figuring out what you do want, you can explore that in that way, right? And let me get one affirmator. Joy. To enjoy something, I simply need to add joy to it. Joy is like butter. I can put it on anything and it'll make it way better. Today, I will add joy to everything. Rather slather it on. Today, I'm the Orville Redenbacher of joy, and life's popcorn is about to get it. And so that's again, like, a part of that inward journey and process is working on understanding what does bring you joy in your life, what you do enjoy, but also to go and explore those things too, and really try and embrace like a centered, it's reminding me of when I went out to the mines and I was just digging in all that dirt or it was really mud, but I just enjoyed it. It was just a really enjoyable, joyful, peaceful day. So try and find opportunities like that for yourself. Okay. All right. That's all I've got for you guys, Aries. I hope that you have a great second half of November. And again, if this resonated for you, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you, Aries. Have a good one.